If Elon Musk were listening to this right now, what would you want to say to him directly?
I would say, Elon, don't chicken out. Let's go for $2 trillion in cuts. But this time, have the courage to take on the defense contracting industry, the private insurers, the pharmacy benefit managers that are all squeezing the American taxpayer.
All right, I just had a chat with Senator Elizabeth Warren about some breaking news that you guys will find incredibly interesting. And Democrats are firing back. They're firing on all cylinders, and it's time that we push back against the oligarchy that is forming in America. But let's start here, because we just learned that Elon Musk was pushing for DOGE to be within the government, quote, where it could get access to highly sensitive information and avoid lawsuits. However, the sprawling initial ambition crashed into the reality of Washington inertia, and Elon Musk is now realizing that he can't get this done as easily as he thought. He's hitting a lot of roadblocks. You guys heard that Vivek Ramaswamy was kicked out of DOGE. Nobody wanted him there. They kicked him out of DOGE, and this led to Senator Elizabeth Warren saying today, for Elon Musk and Donald Trump, government efficiency means cutting programs like Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and veterans benefits. At Elon Musk, I've got a better plan. And she sent Elon Musk an official letter. And the senator sort of politely dismantles Elon Musk and DOGE. She starts it off with Dear Mr. Musk, but by page 2, she's saying, I have very serious concerns about both DOGE process and the policies that you have publicly discussed to date. She said, it is not clear that you and other DOGE leaders are able to identify and mitigate your conflicts of interest and adhere to common sense ethics standards. With regard to policy, I am disturbed by the dangerous proposals you have discussed and released to date. Proposals from you and your allies to cut Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, veterans benefits. You know what? I'll let Senator Warren explain it herself. Make sure you drop a like on this video and stick around to the end. Senator, let's start here. If Elon Musk were listening to this right now, what would you want to say to him directly?
I would say, Elon, don't chicken out. Let's go for $2 trillion in cuts. But this time, have the courage to take on the defense contracting industry, the private insurers, the pharmacy benefit managers that are all squeezing the American taxpayer. Come on, you can do this. You just need to head toward the billionaires and billionaire corporations instead of trying to take this out of the hide of grandmas and little kids who just want to eat breakfast.
What do you think Elon Musk's true intentions with DOGE are? He acts as if it's a quest to save America or help the government, but do you think it's more self-serving than he lets on?
Oh, well, he just said 3 days ago that his whole plan is to take DOGE to Mars. I mean, you tell me what that means. DOGE is supposed to be about cutting costs, and I'm pretty sure going to Mars actually costs money instead of saving money. So look, Elon Musk is out for Elon Musk. And we just have to acknowledge that right up front. When he tells us what he thinks should be done, I have no doubt it will help Elon Musk. But if it's going to be paid for the way the House Republicans want to do it right now, by saying we're going to put cuts in Social Security, we're going to say that, oh, we're going to tax people who are getting scholarships to college. We're going to say that little kids can't get access to health care. If that's how you plan to pay for this, then what you're really doing is just picking the pockets more of regular families so that a billionaire like Elon Musk and a handful of his billionaire bro buddies can just be a little richer. And, you know, we ought to fight that.
We do have to fight that. And everything about DOGE is a redundancy in the first place. There already exists the GAO. And as you said, what kind of department is so efficient that it needs two separate leaders, right? But let me ask you, you've been in Congress for 12 years. So lay out your proposal. Run me through your proposal for government efficiency.
Okay, so let me start with the Department of Defense. Remember, this is the department that gobbles up half of the budget we pass every year. It is also the only department in government that can't pass an audit, just a simple audit. But let me start you with an example of how they spend money. Just to keep the math easy on this, think of a 99-cent hand soap dispenser. You got that in your mind?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm picturing
it. That's right. That's what you'd pay if you went to the dollar store to buy it. What do you think the hand soap dispenser folks charge the federal government for that same hand soap dispenser?
You said 99 cents?
Uh-huh.
$5.
How about $7,483?
You're serious.
I'm dead serious. A clip that costs less than 5 cents, less than a nickel, government's paying more than $70 for it. So, and that kind of stuff is sprinkled all the way through the Department of Defense budget. So here's the deal. If we changed how we do contracting, and yeah, it's real weedy on how you do it, but if you just did a better job on writing those contracts and having certain safeguards in place, we could save $200 billion over the next 10 years. Think about that. Okay, so there's one area. Can I give you another area where we can save some money? Okay, you know about Medicare. Your grandma and grandpa probably take advantage of a good program. Did you know that half of all seniors have now been sucked out of the Medicare system into a privatized system called Medicare Advantage? And it is an advantage for the for-profit insurance companies that run it. So here they are, required to give all the same services as basic Medicare, but they have figured out how to make big money by manipulating the billing codes. I'm not kidding you. And by simply denying care, by saying, nope, you can't have that prescription. Nope, sorry, you don't get the knee surgery. No, 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 no. And hoping that you'll just give up and they make more money. So independent, nonpartisan group looks at this and says, you know how much they ripped off the American taxpayers last year? Not how much they got in total, the amount they ripped them off through the denial of service they were supposed to pay and the billing tricks. About $83 billion. That's in 1 year. Now, there's another group that's also studied and said, it's not $83 billion. It's $140 billion every year. So I'm just saying, you roll that back and crack down on it, there's $1 trillion right there over the next decade. There are real places to save money in the federal government. I've been out here fighting for this for a long time. Elon Musk comes along, says it's time to save money. Okay, Elon, let's do it. But let's not do it by cutting hot breakfast for little kids. Let's do it by actually going after these billionaire corporations that are ripping off the American taxpayer. Have some real courage here, Elon.
So why do you think Elon Musk and the Republicans in Congress are so scared to take on these defense contractors or these for-profit Medicare companies? What's the reason?
Oh, one word, lobbyists. Well, I guess I could add, and political contributions. I mean, come on. You know, you saw the picture of the billionaires all standing there on the stage while Donald Trump is about to be sworn in. Yeah, they're standing there strutting around, showing their stuff. You know, they're in front of the actual nominees who are supposed to be there to run the government. Every one of those billionaires has business in front of the federal government or is under investigation by the federal government. Look, part of what we're talking about and the problem we've got in this country is those billionaires and their billionaire corporations are running the show in the Trump administration. They've been running Washington for a long, long time, and now it's just gone into hyperdrive. And that means now is the time to fight back.
Yep. It reminds me of that one line that really stuck out to me from President Biden's farewell address. It was all great, but he was like, there is a dangerous concentration of power emerging in Washington in the form of an oligarchy. And that went viral everywhere. So final question, now that we're about 48 to 72 hours into the Trump administration, what message would you have for Trump himself if you talk to him?
I would say, live up to your promise. You ran for office saying you were going to make life better for average Americans. Well, then do it. You know, renaming the Gulf of Mexico, pardoning people who beat up police officers, demanding that you're going to take back the Panama Canal. That's not making life better for everyday Americans. You want to make life better for them? Then by golly, help cut housing costs, grocery costs, healthcare costs. We've got plans to do that. Buckle down and do the work to deliver on your promises.
Yep, this dude said that he ran because other countries were emptying out their jails, yet he immediately empties out our jails with a bunch of violent offenders. And I guess he's not making lives better for average Americans, but if you were there trying to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power, your life is slightly better now. Thank you so much, Senator, for joining me. I appreciate your time.
You bet. Good to see you.